morning, guys. Critic is in the car. This morning we're going to discuss the importance of no parties, third forces, independent, clear-thinking Guyanese. We're going to discuss that. We're going to discuss COVID-19 and the Guyana Police Force's effort to enforce the new COVID-19 guidelines. And I call them guidelines. Like, people frankly hear about laws and so, like, by the time people hear law, they must get resistant right away. You understand? We have a opposing process method, and we have an opposing method with an opposition, you know, this opposing controversial politics, and that has caused the Guyanese people to have an opposing and controversial attitude. You understand? So when you hear about law, people hear about law right away, they get resistant, you know? Law. And that is a problem. COVID-19 is real. It kills, and it has to be taken seriously. Because the funny thing about it is, when you get COVID-19, you could pass it on to family members. You don't want to do that. You want to forgive your family members, give your old mother COVID-19 and kill shout. But you know some of y'all stay like that. You understand? So let me not put it past y'all. Some of y'all like that, but the main fact that all Guyanese are not that way, we got to, you know, take things into consideration. So I see there's a Mr. Watts, commander for Region. The commander for Region 3 went to a bar yesterday and closed it down. I said there was a video done of that, and it sends a clear message. And I don't know if you guys getting the message. You should get the message by now. Bars are going to be closed down. I'm going to read the COVID-19 new public health ordinances and rules, and whatever you want to call it, guidelines. I call it guidelines, but there are new laws as it relates to COVID-19 that you guys have to get together with, going all about this. We just have people to start getting locked up at all them store, them Chinese. So 5 o'clock businesses must be closed. All these people in this market, more report by the market, and so lock up. Everybody will get locked up. You understand? The police have special task force that they got. Just go out and sort out these things. Now people are calling the total lockdown, the time that everybody should be in the bed, in the house, is 9 o'clock. But businesses have to close by 5 o'clock. A lot of people are calling and asking. You understand? Some police going, and one of the thing is, the officers got to realize when you're going, you got to remember COVID-19 has been around for a couple months now. And you guys only now kicking in and getting serious. So you go to people, you understand? You don't gotta go like dog. You gotta be relaxed and explain to them, listen to me, this is what is going on. Have yourself informed, and in tune you could inform the citizenry. Why you coming now at 5 o'clock? Because no big campaign hasn't been done to make everybody aware of what is going on and when it is going on. You understand? A lot of people still call me critic. Is what really time is the curfew. You gotta go and you gotta explain to them, sir, the curfew begins at 9 o'clock. But businesses have 9 o'clock is 9 p.m., 9 in the night. But businesses have to be closed by 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Right? So I would like Guyanese to start looking at that Imagine you have a business, thousands of businesses in this country, and y'all have not reached out. I shared to the group, to whoever I have in groups. But y'all have not reached out to find out what is the public health, and I see the public health ordinances and the rules being put in the paper. It's a very lackadaisical process. The Gazette. It's been gazetted, but the method y'all using is a very lackadaisical process. It is for your own good. And businesses used to close 5 o'clock. I don't know what's the big excitement. Businesses used to close 5 o'clock all the time. There's the time businesses close. I'm going to run through it. Now, the importance of small parties. Right? New parties. I don't even call them small parties. Because the tripartite joinder has done what the WPA has not been able to do in its entirety. The WPA never get a seat. And the tripartite has been able to acquire a seat in the first year of running about. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, can you hear me?
I'm listening to you.
Okay, with regards to COVID-19, I have a safe suggestion for everyone. Take your hair dryer and blow it in front of your face for about 10 minutes. Breathe that hot air in. Once that hot air is in your system, it brings up your body, your intake temperature to above 56 degrees. And that effectively kills the virus in your nasal passage. It is a safe thing to do every day, twice a day.
Are you a medical health expert? Are you a medical health expert? Are you a medical professional?
No, but guess what?
My brother, I would recommend, listen to me, I would recommend, no, yo, there's not a messenger. I would recommend you cease and desist from disseminating information that you have not. So everybody with a fudging blow dryer in their face till you burn up your whole face. That's one of the problems with we. Everything we hear, you understand, we go in and do and say. Blow dryer in your face. Y'all cease and desist from that bullshit. Blow dryer become a medical tool now. Yeah, don't get me for me nerves here. I can't get people talk his chippiness. Blow dry in your face. This for y'all do. Y'all do for y'all own litigation between one another. Decide where you go put blow dry in your face. That's not for disseminate for public. Morning. Can you grab a kiss? One kiss him quickly. Kiss him. Good baby. Go and play. Bye bye. Where the monkey? You get the monkey the banana? No. You get the monkey banana? No. Okay. Alright, good baby. So we got monkey boaty. And hello, good morning.
Morning. With the blow dryer, before they do that, put turmeric.
Brother, hello, listen to me. Listen to me. When you find that you have signs and symptoms of COVID-19, you're going to get a test. You go to the hospital. You're not a doctor. We are not discussing any solutions and remedies. The first thing you have to do is not try to solve the problem, is isolate yourself and figure out who else wrong you get it. It is a serious matter. So you don't go run and calculate how the blood clot you know you got COVID-19. I have people got cough, people got cold. You're showing signs and symptoms. The first thing you have to do is get tested. Will you put in a blow dry in your face? By the time you tested and you know that you have COVID-19, the medical experts will be able to help you. With a blood clot, you do with that blow dry in your face.
I don't know what the blow dry is. We're going to kill yourself.
Here, listen, I don't know how it gonna work, whether it's gonna work. That is not my business. My business is how do you deal when you find out you have signs and symptoms of COVID-19. It's not trying to go solve the problem yourself. It's letting the medical health experts know that you're showing signs, you're showing symptoms. Testing going all across this country. You understand? You go, you get tested, and they do contact tracing, make sure they get everybody else, test your family and so on, and they get the requisite help for you. Roger. These people, you need to give people a chance to explain themselves. Even though you are being a good job, lack patience. Amanda, like you want to tell you about your blood clot this morning, you're a retard. Amanda Prince Monroe, you're a retard. I could give people a chance to explain how for blow dry in your face for me friggin' platform. You're a retard or what, woman? You believe you imagine I bring Trump on here and he explain the guy needs to push thing in your body and inject yourself with Lysol? You know what happening in Guyana here? I need to give people a chance for explain yourself. With the blood clot I got you explaining nonsense and I know it's nonsense you're talking. Yeah. Let me buy this collect this thing. Yeah, go carry this. Good baby. It's cake. Cake for baby. Whole good. Go give mommy. Yeah, I feel it going on here. You're looking for your baby daddy that on here? You need to have patience. Patience with that. This is ignorance. You don't have patience with ignorance. Full stop right away. You think it's a jackass show? Hello?
Good morning, good morning.
Morning, brother.
Yeah, I just thought to find out about the curfew or hearing something, but I ain't seen nothing in it.
Well, very unfortunate. I'm going to call the ministry this morning and try to ask them to be more responsive with like educational things, put it out there, because everybody called me. Now the curfew is 9 o'clock in the night. Right?
Alright, man.
And it's well placed. Now the time for business to close is 5 o'clock. Remember, we normally used to close at that time. Then there's specific businesses that can't operate at all. You understand?
Alright, man.
Roger. Cool, I'm going to read it out now. I'm going to read out the new rules for the guy. The advantage is, you used to get the curfew 6 o'clock and the business closing 5 o'clock. You understand? So by the time the business closed, the people left on the road. You close your business by 5 o'clock, people got till up to 8, 9 o'clock in the night to reach home and take lockdown. You understand? There are serious things. There are serious issues here that has to be looked at. Wear your mask when you're going to the road. You understand? Wash your hand. I got Gaffurs. I go all the big businesses. I see they have hand washing thing. And who got hand washing sinks in front there. Practice proper hygiene. I like me got this thing me using. I don't know if it's the most effective thing, but well, I'm surviving up to now with it. Right, I got one mask. I got a couple well masks. Right? But again, when you're using masks, I like this one. Now you use the mask. What you just do, this one is a use back. Like I tell you, I can't afford 100 masks. So what I just do is spray it, saturate it with alcohol, spray it good, and then I just put it in the sun for dry. Because the filter, the purpose of the mask is this filter here, and it's still intact, right? But remember now, you do. Here was the problem. When I jump in this car, let me show you how you got transfer and you even conscious. I jump in this car and all you're thinking about is cleaning your hand. When I jump in this car, I think the steering wheel. I hold the steering wheel a ton, and then I say, oh, shucks, man, and I go and spray my hand, so my hand clean. Right now, the germ or whatever, the virus dead for my hand. Or the clean. My bottom of my steering wheel I done hold. So I go and hold the steering wheel again and driving. This alcohol dry out. Then I go and touch the bottom of the steering wheel. Virus in my case again. All the windows, everything you touch. You understand? You gotta make sure you're cleaning constantly. So that's where you gotta be aware of. So if you got touch the thing, and when you're putting on your mask, you're holding, like here. For instance, my mask is normally hanging, right? Right in front of my face. The mask does step on the seat when I go in and do the video here. But me mask is hang upon this window. If I put it up here, you can then hear it, right? This way me mask is hang. So I'm looking at my mask. Now when I collect my mask, I do so. And put it upon my face. If you're holding your mask inside, you got the virus and the next thing it's lacking good and then you proper breathing the in. You gotta watch at that. You gotta know. Then like people with gloves, I see people wearing gloves. Gloves more worse when you go to them food place. Because imagine you got a glove. When you got your hand, if you wash your hand after every transaction, you're going in the clear. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. I can't find the neighborhood shop that close up at 5 o'clock now.
Where you say?
The neighborhood shop them that close.
Every business. Every business.
Go to brother. Thanks, man.
Roger that. Good morning, sir. I hear you.
I gotta be careful. I gotta be careful what saying, you know.
Roger, brother.
But you's my brother, man. You's always gonna be my brother.
Talk to me.
No, I just wanted to know about you because I know you called me like 3 times.
Oh shucks. I can't remember what's what they call you for. I got call you, I don't remember I got shout you. Save brother cool, eh? Yeah. Right? So let me read the gazetted I don't know if they call it public health ordinance or what they call it. But all these things have to be looked at. How you carry yourself. You understand? If you're alone, it's okay. But you can't be talking into people's face. Now, here what I want you to do. Here, you see this talking, white talking here? You see how white talking here just like this? You're not seeing anything, but there are particles coming out. You want me to give you a laugh when you would see the particles? In the afternoon, about 5 o'clock, when the sun is directly in the west, and you're driving towards the west, and they got a reddish sunlight coming in here, and this whole thing here light up, every time you speak, you see things, particles coming out your mouth, then you know the seriousness of it. I can try to do this up, I'm gonna show y'all. When you're driving, and the red color sun, when the sun going down in the west, and it's shining in your car windscreen. You understand? And you speak, you see particles coming out your mouth. Somebody said give FLAUNT opening up to 8. Let me read the rules them, because I know they're closing businesses at 5 o'clock. They come in and tell Chinese businesses and so on, they got to close them up to 5 o'clock. And let's all be better informed before we go. I'm running my WhatsApp message. Not a smart idea. Come join James and get COVID. What is this? Good morning, Guyanese. Do remember that Guyana, Monday the 24th of August, we assemble at the Georgetown Magistrate Court to show support and love for Comrade Valdelaris. What support and love? Yeah, I go and get Hey, James Bond, don't tell people stupidness. What support and love? People get COVID-19. Droplets, yes. Droplets. Alright, Maria, yes, droplets for your mouth. Yeah, alright, I hear ya, man. I hear ya, man. Oh, God. That don't beat me. That beat me up. Oh, Jesus. You know me and my grandma. So, the number is 622-7740. You can call and let me read through the gazetted, I know they call it public health ordinances. Let me see. Who sent this thing to me? Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning, critics. What happened to them since last night to see the evening saw the police went to Mary Bar? Up to what time they giving the people to open?
I don't think bars should be open. That's the first thing.
Bars shouldn't open, but when you go about the place, you see by the road corner, them people opening and selling.
Yes, sweetheart. And yesterday, as of yesterday in Region 3, the commander himself started going around and charging people.
Yes, I see it. Because
so let it have fun. Tell the commander come to charge them. And that will be going on across the country. You can't.
Okay.
You can't. Listen to me. Bars. Me never hear none more bars. You cannot. I glad for take a drink. I glad for lime. But you cannot. If you can't get people to do the right thing when they're sober, how you dealing with drunk man?
I know.
They go talk up in one of the day you went to place sit down with a man. Me and a man sit down. That we 6 feet apart distance. We get in a little drink. A man come up here. I said, bro. Next thing I tell the big man, I say, listen to me. You know what happened? We are the problem here. You can't come a place where people drinking rum and expect them to understand anything. Let us go away from here. And we left. Yes, sir? Because you go in a rum shop and you can't. I will do the right thing. What happened to the other man talking around up your face? You can't do the right thing under the influence of alcohol. You can't even drive safely under the influence of alcohol. So I don't want to hear nothing but no bar. And
the next thing, which tomb Robert Facade break and come out from?
God, what is wrong with y'all? I thought y'all forget, but bye.
No, but the thing is that he wasn't there all the time where he came from. Like PPP gonna do stupidness again and they gonna get voted out. Just how they get in, they gonna get out.
Let me see what got
He weren't there all the time.
Let me see if they're gonna make a decision to rectify this situation.
Everywhere you go, people talking about Robert Facade where he came from.
Let's see people putting out how he went and what he do. He set up the inauguration and what he do, what roles he played. So, let me see what's going to be the outcome.
Okay, critics. Thank you. Have a good day.
Yeah. So, let me read this ordinances for y'all. So, as it relates to what is it actually called? By authority of the government of Guyana. First supplement, legal supplements. The official gazette, legal supplement, right? So this is COVID-19 emergency measures, right? So it's COVID-19 emergency measures. So let me tell you, restriction on social activity. A cinema, a private party, a competitive sporting event. Hold on. Alright. No person shall host, attend, or visit. Now let me tell you, listen to me carefully. No person shall host, attend, or visit a cinema, a private party, a competitive sporting event, no sporting. You know what's a private party? No birthday party, no nothing. Morning, son. You run chat?
Yeah, just for the ones who come across the side.
Okay. And this baby helping? This baby helping? You see yesterday you went and buy banana for the monkey? Yes. You what?
Feed the monkey again this morning.
Okay. The monkey must think he's a little brother. How much for length to the steel? 10, let's see about 8 something. Yes, sir.
Give me one more extra, but you know, the cutting blade, buddy.
You don't like see money? The cutting blade done? If you got one more length for steel cut, where you going to buy extra cutting blade for?
It's a little piece of thing, I still got cut. Here is it.
Are you wearing your shades when you're doing the thing?
You know, give me money to buy shades on that don't cut out though.
What's the script in your face? Thing flying in your face?
No, it's Shan. I don't know Shan.
Alright. Yeah. Is what they doing? Are they think, eh? Are they, Is that them in like see money and me cheap? That means I have to know everything going on me. I got money like that. When I go, you know, when I go Oasis, remember Oasis them big shack place, right? Right? So them a thing them is a bottle water. They bring bottle water. I say, yo, I got Marietta, so I get water in glass. Right? I drink any water in glass. I don't bring nobody, don't know bottle water, check off. You can't charge me for no water you throat for no. I know they don't check throat water here. So I said, get a glass of water for you. You gotta tell them a glass of water. Don't tell them one water. You just sell your water right away. Me, I said, I like to have a glass of water, you know? And when y'all, you know, when you add anything, it's dark fancy. You know, nice and decent. I like to have a glass of water. When you see them coming with a bottle, you know they're trying to dig up money out here. You say, oh, where you go with that? Right away, them guys stops. I say, it's how the man talking, so. Me, I could get a glass of water for drink to save $400 and they bring in a bottle of water and give me. I'm busy smoking weed. You understand? Me ain't got them kind of money. Me ain't make no land deal. You understand? Me ain't make no land deal. Eh? You gotta go and talk to them banner make them land deal. Me ain't get one blood clot thing. I struggling. Hello?
Hey, Critic, morning.
Talk to me.
I want over to find Robert Passard from, man.
I want to talk about it now. We got to talk about this COVID-19 thing. Now what Robert Passard, it look like they gonna do what they gotta do. We can deal with that the local government election here.
Yeah, man, this man was from China. He was a Rumbogi and China.
Who's the?
Then they put him. See Robert Passard?
No, but me tell you me want hear but you're gone again. Man. Me want hear but though. All the time we acting like a daisical on this COVID-19 thing and we gotta get serious with it. A lot of people need the information. Me done with he. Y'all send message to your people. Listen to me how this thing is. So you don't have to always holler out. Just send the message and say, yo, boss man, this thing ain't looking nice. This, you understand? Me want singing over things. People are dying and people getting this. People gonna get locked up. Enough people gonna get locked up. The police are proactive now with this thing. So I don't care now. Let me see. Let me take out the okay. So let me get this thing for you. Let me do this COVID-19 thing once and for all. Because we ain't got no better purpose to serve than to get these things, the information out there to the people. Restriction on visitation. Restriction on social activity. So no person shall host, attend or visit a cinema, private party, competitive sporting event, banquet hall, ball or reception, a bar or rum shop, a wake or vigil, a gym, a spa, a club or discotheque, a meeting of a fraternal society, private social club or civic association or organization or any other social activity. Forget about social. No drinking, no liming by the gas station. Nothing. Nothing. So it's now what time the rum shop is closed up. Rum shop not supposed to open. Let me go it over again. Excuse my language. What the blood clot is? How this thing flaps so far? Whoa, it's 12 pages. I'm jamming the thing steady. Restrictions to whom in accordance with the curfew under paragraph 4 and 7, and except as otherwise provided in this notice, every person shall remain in the confines of his or her home and in its yard space. You understand? So, let me go over as to what you should not do. Right? A cinema, no person shall host, attend, or visit. You understand? When you go so and you say you peep to see what going on in the cinema. Right? A cinema, a private party, a competitive sporting event, a banquet hall, ball or reception, a bar or rum shop. That done, that close. Not from 8 to 5, nothing. Close. No person shall visit that. A wake or vigil, a gym, a spa, a club or discotheque, a meeting or of a fraternal society, private or social club. Move from there now. Or civic association or organization, or any other social activity. Jandy, wedding, nothing, everything done. So when the police come and lock up the bride and the groom, y'all know. Right? We can go down on the bottom and see if they got anything for Jan. Because it's supposed to gather in here. But when you're saying social activity, right? Let me hear what they got. No water sports or recreational activities shall be allowed on any river, creek, beach, or internal waters. 90 minutes of physical exercise is permitted daily only in parks or roads, seawall, beaches, by river and creeks, where group exercise is conducted. Persons shall maintain a physical distances of 6 feet each from each other. Now, here was my problem with this. This seems like we still got, we change from stupid to stupider. 90 minutes? What time? From what time to what time? Which part of the 90 minutes in the day? Or you could come and last at 90 minutes? Who policing though? Stay in your forging house and do pull-ups and push-ups. Who policing who come for 90 minutes? You come and go in the park and the man come behind and say, no, you 90 minutes up, come out. This is a high level of idiocy. Except for religious services and gathering permitted under paragraph 11, which gathering allowed it shall, where gatherings are allowed, it shall not exceed 10 persons. So here what the girl we know. Paragraph 11. Where paragraph 11 there? Oh shit. They got to carry it before the hires. So they're talking about things down at the bottom. Well, we gotta read everything to figure out who. All persons employed within the public. Hold on. Restrictions and spa vigil. Restrictions on visitation. No person shall visit or be permitted to visit any place of quarantine or an isolation facility, a prison or correctional facility, a patient in a hospital, nursing home, senior citizen, home, or any other care facility. Curfew. Except for Region 7, 8, and 9, except for Region 7, 8, and 9, a curfew is hereby imposed throughout Guyana from the 16th of August, 2020 to the 31st of August, this month 10, between the hours of 9 p.m. and 5 a.m. Right? Public and private sector. All persons employed within the public sector, a semi-autonomous agency, statutory body, or state-owned enterprise shall not work remotely from home, but shall work on rotation unless otherwise instructed by their respective minister or head of agency. Right? So I don't know why they would instruct them. Maybe them pump people, gonna work in 24 hours and all them thing now. I received reports that 3 lab technicians have tested positive for COVID-19 at Jarchong Public Hospital. And there are many other people who are working there who have been testing positive for COVID-19. Remember again, testing helps you to know where you stand, and not only know where you stand, the important thing is contact tracing, so people could know how they, and in following the contact tracing and figuring out how this thing was transferred, we could come up, and the guidelines will obviously change to suit that. We could come up with new restrictions and rules and guidelines that will better help us eradicate and fight COVID-19 in Guyana. Rotation. Private sector entities may be open, but employees shall work on rotation as determined by their employer. Now we got a problem here. Every employer, with screen working, organize work, repetitive measure before and after, preventative measures, use personal protective gear, clients and customers. Let me talk to somebody, because like them saying that the rum shop could open. Hello.
Morning, man.
Morning, brother.
There, I don't have no problem with this COVID-19 pandemic or restriction or what, but for the last 5 months, yeah, boss, anyone they've said it done.
No problem, talk to me.
Yeah. The thing is, for the last 5 months, the people in this country, right now, people are living day to day. And if they go close it down again for the next 2 months or whatever, the government don't have nothing to give it. What's going to happen to the people?
Have you run into any cases of anybody dying from hunger, suffocation so far?
I wouldn't say them dying from hunger, suffocation so far, but we day in the stage that here what we day today, right now, here, there, and everywhere for survive.
But survive, we are. Surviving we are.
The point is that it's not about we know that the sick is serious. I know personally know because I taking care of myself with very sick concern. But then the point is that, like me for one, I do in a little hospital and I live in day to day.
So you want something?
Yeah. The government should give
my brother, the government is already working. And everybody telling you, they have people that are hungry, that's suffering, and they're suffering a good piece of time now. I think if you got a little hustle, you surviving day to day, we as the men, you have to see how we can pull we weight. They are real people, really suffering. The government is creating a...
I get something when the day off, but you got enough, not getting nothing.
Well, the government has, the president said in his inauguration ceremony And it was followed up by the vice president that they're right now working on where they're going to get $4.5 billion that is going to go specifically to helping the COVID-19 people who they're in situation, not the fight, not the medical thing. This is $4.5 billion divided by how much thousand people who in need. And I think it's only about half of the population right now in dire need. Yes,
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that.
But it is worrying that we live in a society that people holiday they're bad for the last 5 months. I think the people who they're bad for the last 5 months been they're bad for the last 5 years. And might it even they're bad a little before though. I ain't think nobody gone they're bad for recent, because when you pass by KK gas station got sport, every rum shop got sport and thing going on. People driving up and down this road. You understand? Hotels still got people.
Most of them are there, them bar and driving down the road. I think they got a little something.
No, well, what I'm saying, the people who they're bad, did they bad for a long time. And obviously, even if you put bread in the mouth, now will they bad for some time to come. It is a mentality thing. You understand? So we got to work on that. First thing we got to work on is understanding here where we there. Where are we and where we want to be. How we see ourselves as a people. You understand?
I agree that people don't care about this thing. People do anything they feel like. I agree about that.
So we talk, bro. Don't worry. We working on it. Government got a $4.5 billion for rollout. Hello, good morning.
Morning, sir. How are you today? I'd like to make a comment on live. A confusion was, right? What I'm seeing, that the closing off in charge during the working hours is at 5. So the poor people that come in the rural areas, that they travel to come to the rural areas at their home. Some of these people, they take credit from shop throughout the week. We cannot pay. How are they going to get the product, the egg and the bread in the afternoon when the rural area shop closes at 5? I say 6 would be good enough. You know? I'm not talking about bar, I talk about the essential like grocery and stuff. You know?
Yeah, you know. Here I want you sit back. Here I want you sit back and pay attention to. Here was one of the things we just make mistake with. We are looking at our problem, personal problem. It happened for me from time to time. I've learned from my mistakes. But we don't look at the holistic picture. Right? Do you think that we could find about 10 other different problems when you catch yourself? The time need to be whole till about 12 o'clock in the night.
No,
if you give it 6 o'clock.
I'm saying like 6 for closing the shop them is okay, because if you close it at work or to 5, how are they going to get the essential in the afternoon?
My brother, automatically what you've done there is created a double standard that will cause a problem. That people calculate. Now, first thing, the Guyana police force, them doesn't understand. Guyanese in general, we got a problem with understanding. So imagine somebody come here with a calculate. Wait, big business are closed up this time. Small business for the in the rural areas are closed up that time.
No, all the shops are closed. But here it is. The police can come and say you can walk on the road 9. The last stated that if you find people like you at 8 o'clock, you can block them off. The police say come and say people can walk 9 o'clock in the night, but shop must close 5. So come on.
Brother, hear what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
When you're living in a society, for it to move forward and develop under these new circumstances is not a normal thing. This is a life-threatening situation. It's a world pandemic. And every different administration is doing the best. Now you got a curfew. You hear you, Alvin? You want an hour more for who's shopping. You understand? Then you want a little hour more for who got eyelash putting on.
The city used to close them early, so the people used to go reach home early and come by the session before 5.
My brother, all they have to do, all people have to do is like how they used to go and get a man blow and tell the boss man I want to leave a little early. All they got to do is tell the boss man I want to leave a little early for buy goods.
They get fired. Okay, thank you very much, though.
We can't get cake and bake. What we gonna do? Call back the president. Hey, what do you do? Let me write back this thing. First thing we do. And when you ask yourself this situation, how much people got this issue, man? How much people studying? Well, you know, you used to go, boss man, I want to take it a little early. This thing you go and do nothing. This thing you go and screw and go home with your face nice and clean. You know? You don't do nothing. You just left work at 5 o'clock. They say you left work 4 o'clock. Go and beat the place and reach home by 5 o'clock. The country falling apart. You hear people got money and they get to spend their money in the shop. Them things are relevant things. Study for follow the rules first. Yeah, my brother, morning.
Morning, like his madman session this morning. I said to my people, these people don't want to follow rules. The first two at the inception of the program, talking a bunch of troubles about blow dryer and one about turmeric. Now this one, he wants extra time. Why these people don't follow rules? Rules are there to be followed.
Brother, let me tell you, say sit down in this car with me seatbelt on, I learned something. I was always a renegade. Always broken the rules. And I learned something. That in following the rules, a man develops a certain amount of self-discipline that is to your benefit. You understand? First thing and I tell you, it is the resistance, is the opposing politics that has us this way. The first thing when somebody got some idea how they think it should do, they want to put in. Me, got one different method. How I know it should be done. But in the event that you come up with an idea for us to do, because remember me had no idea, you know. Here laugh, they got the idea how they think the rules should be bent. Nobody ain't got new here, nobody else. Critic, I think we should do this. You understand? Nobody has no idea as to address the COVID-19, you know. They have an idea how to address the idea to address the COVID-19. Where they come up with? You hear laughing? They have an idea how to address the idea that was created to address COVID-19. Nobody come up and say, you know something, Critic? I go to places and they need more washing sinks. They're fighting the COVID-19. They're fighting the rules. They want to go court. They want private police. And it is a mental issue that we have. Resistance, resistance, resistance. Have an open-minded approach. Look at things. Something is not right for you. It ain't right for nobody. But, first, who is thinking? If we follow these rules to the T, every Guyanese, do you know we could be looking at COVID-19 being eradicated in 2 months? Nobody checked that. How long is this ration thing? How much JUs go to the shop? I don't even want to hear about a society will go into the shop every night. When I hear and I calculate it, every night. You go into the shop every now for buy your bread? Like, I don't want to be a part of this low life hungry belly thing. You understand? You supposed to have things up to date right away. Tell me, man, we short. We short. You understand? And whatever is the circumstances, we must have it in our mindset that we will follow the rules. We will not transfer COVID-19. COVID-19 will not take over Guyana, and we will eradicate this thing. And we will do that in 2 months. So you set your mindset, you calculate, look, if nobody transfer COVID-19, all who get COVID-19 get locked down, get cured, bam! In 2 months, we gone clear. You understand?
Yeah.
That is what we have to focus on. This problem with this rule, that problem. No. Logically, this is a document that was gazetted. You come up with one issue as an individual, and nothing is wrong. I'm not saying people shouldn't come. Because the man called with a blow dryer thing, I'm glad he called. Because you know what in people's head. And I tell you, they got a couple thousand more blow dryer man there, honey. You understand? But right away when I talk about it, all them blow dryer man get it out of their head right away. So bye. Here. For truth. It didn't make sense. Critic explain it. So nothing is wrong with the man coming to. You understand? I want more people, no matter how stupid you are, this song, you call me. Because we gonna deal with it. You understand? If you're right, you're right. If you're wrong and it's bullshit, I telling you. You understand? I see you, I telling you, I'm smelling it through the phone. It's bullshit. You understand? So, that we gotta look at. But we gotta look at our adversarial way that we get, obviously, from the politics. Yes, everything is a problem. Everything is a resistance. Try to figure out how we could work. And in 2 months or in a month, we will be eradicating. There will not be any COVID-19 here. We go back to the rum shops. We have a nice time. Yes, and the thing is, one of the things we have to practice, and I see very important in practicing, I wouldn't change my ways of social distancing. I think in any case, we be too close. And when it comes to washing, because I always picking my nose and that kind of thing. It's a habit I got. I always picking my nose, right? So, washing hands, keeping yourself clean, you understand? Got your environment clean. I think that's very important.
Yep.
For future.
Guys, people need to do that. Everybody needs to follow the rules. Just follow the rules.
We talk, bro. Yeah, everybody got idea of how to address the idea that was implemented to address COVID-19. You ain't got no idea to address COVID-19. Y'all ain't got nothing going on in y'all villages. This is a fucking thing killing people. Saturday, you go buy your son. You take an early afternoon. Tell the boss, the store closed a thing. And everybody's trying to work around things. Don't try to change the rules and the laws. So let me continue reading this thing. And let's get it correct. Right? So the vigil, public place and private. I'm not sure. Every employer, private sector entities must be open by employees, but employees shall work on a rotation as determined by the employer. Well, imagine you left in the Guyanese. That's the problem. Them employers, we got brutal. You understand? Oh, Jesus Christ. When you call it black anything when you read it. Every employer shall ensure a rooster is prepared, setting out a... Jesus Christ. Setting out a gradual return of the employees, starting from the most essential and critical staff, with 20% increment of staff strength every week, or a rotation system which 50% of the staff are at the workplace on different days, to prevent crowded offices for a minimum period of a month, after which the situation may be reassessed. Jesus Christ. Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Good morning.
Hi, Martin. Can you shine some light from the GRA for a license? Because everybody could complain about it, like when they can like to renew. They're taking over 2 months, additional over 2 months. Can you shine some light for us, man?
How much it used to take under the COVID-19 situation? You've got a rotation of staff. How much it used to take when you used to get before? Shit, this thing comes on every time I come out of this thing. Alright, let me go through this whole thing here now. Employee reassessment. Every employer under the paragraph shall ensure that, under this paragraph shall ensure that appropriate COVID-19 guidelines are prepared and implemented to reduce the risk of transmission of the virus among the workers. Man, I gotta get computer to read this thing, but these messages are anyway. The COVID-19 guidelines mentioned in paragraph 4 shall include measures addressing screening of workers, organization of work, preventative measures before and after work, preventative measures while using transportation, procedures to be adopted when there is a suspected COVID-19 case at the workplace, dealing with stress at the workplace during COVID-19, Employees, education, training, and capacity building in the area of COVID-19. You know what we're talking about? These things supposed to happen on a regular basis. Under these strenuous circumstances, all of this they ask if happen. Cleaning and disinfecting protocol, use of personal protective equipment, physical distancing guidelines. It's only the change, physical distance and clean. Place supposed to clean, a business place supposed to clean thoroughly all the time. Client and customer interactions, communication material, continuous monitoring and assess the COVID-19 pandemic at the workplace. Essential and other services. The following essential services may carry on operation for 24 hours each day. Hospitals, healthcare and medical services including pharmacies, drugstores and private veterinarian services, nursing homes, orphanages, shelters and other related care centers, immigration, the judiciary, the parliament, the diplomatic corps, the revenue authority, the Guyana, the Maritime Authority Department, the National Emergency Operation, the National Emergency Operation Center, water supply services including the collection, storage, purification and distribution of water for public use, the discipline services, the police force and the army, prison services and the fire department, discipline services, police and army, yeah. Solid waste management, sewers, janitorial services including living in domestic workers. National Drainage and Irrigation Authority, Air Traffic Control, Demerara Harbour Bridge and Berbice Harbour Bridge, medical schools, hotels and accommodations, electricity and energy services including the oil and gas sector and those who provide services to the oil and gas sector, businesses that ensure global continuity of supply of mining and petroleum material and products, etc. Example, metal and minerals such as bauxite, gold and diamond. Mining and petroleum development operation, production and processing. Mining and this thing's really business operating, engage in cutting, processing and preparing. Whoa, we need to read all of this. I need to read all of this because people got different issues. Mining and petroleum exploration and development. Mining and petroleum supply and services that support supply chain in the mining and petroleum industry. So you got all these trucks driving. This then on that 24-hour basis. You got all these trucks driving and people operating. Security service including private security. Oh Jesus Lord. What have I done again? May I jam this thing there? Oh yeah, I need to read this thing. This is a lot of information here. I will put it up. I'll have somebody put it up. Yeah, I need to read all these things. Places of worship. Subject to paragraph. Let me get the places of. Subject to paragraph 4 and 7.2. All places of worship may be open for religious service and gathering, including the conduct of funeral and wedding. Subject to paragraph 4 and 7. Paragraph 4 and 7 there. Subject to paragraph 4 and 7.2. All places of religious worship may be open for religious services and gathering, including the conduct of funeral and wedding. Now if it says subject to paragraph 4 and 7 of 2, don't mean not more than 10 persons should gather. 4 and 7 there. 4 and 7 of 2. Is no missing 2. Curfew is hereby imposed in the specific region from 6 to 10. So paragraph following that is why this thing is so confusing to Guyanese people. I can break this thing up and put it in a simpler form. This is total waste of time. Domestic travel, except for the specific region mentioned in paragraph 7, any person who provides transportation within Guyana, whether by land, water, or air, shall not carry in the transportation more than 75% of the number of passengers which the motor vehicle, vessel, aircraft is licensed to carry, and the operators and passengers of any motor vehicle, vessel, aircraft shall wear personal protective equipment which while in the vehicle. There's the mask, right? There's the mask. I gotta break up this thing and put it out in pieces. And when you get it, you share it. How offices to be treated, how everything to be treated. Any person who fails to comply. Here was the offense. Let me tell you what's the offense, and this you need to think. Measures taken. Offense. Any person who fails to comply with any of these measures commits an offense under section 152 of the Public Health Ordinance and is liable on summary conviction to the penalty provided under this act. But me don't know the penalties, so all I know is the penalty is about $50. So this is signed off by the minister. I can boss this up to you, for y'all for specific what's the shop thing, what's the religious thing and all them thing now, and we can do it. We're going there with we. How long we there? Y'all call now 622-7740. I mean take some calls and get y'all take. What's the header spun today? What we talking about today? What I'm supposed to be talking about? Small parties. Oh, y'all tell me about the PPP performance so far. What y'all think about the PPP performance so far? Give me a call on 622-7740. I'll let me hear what is your take on the PPP's performance. Do we have to look to new parties to take the reins in Guyana? Obviously, the PNC is presently disintegrating. You understand? There's no honor amongst thieves. So they got thieves. They got issues. They lie. They try to cheat the whole country. And now... Hey, you imagine a man trying to cheat himself? How does that happen? How does it happen? How you cheat yourself? Y'all tell me how this happen. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Critics. Just want to congratulate you for everything you've been doing so far and keep the good work. And this call is coming from Cayman Island.
Alright, my brother. Thanks for this words of support. My cat penny profile, which is the cat was like, it was you. Let me run my WhatsApp message. We're going in here. Somebody sent some. We're going in. Good morning. Check out the social distance in La Park and Wharf. You ain't got on the mask and all kind of thing. Jesus Lord. Good morning, Critic. I totally agree with the physical distancing and I respect the COVID-19 guidelines. However, my parents own and operate a bar. They have been closed since the ending of March. Expecting the previous administration said and offered nothing to people in the entertainment sector. But it's hard for that people drinking and listening. People didn't listen when they're sober much as when they're drunk. Good morning, Critic. Keep up the good work. Thanks for the words of support. Critic, I agree with you when you say the people were struggling before the pandemic. However, I believe that there will be some persons who will be desperately in need. Everybody desperately in need. You're in a situation where if you go there, you could get something and possibly dead. You understand? No. The government said they're bringing thing. Somebody said OS, the PNC. Yeah, PNC. We mean PNC again. If they're fighting and disintegrating. PNC is like a madman party, you know what I'm going to do is see the madman shit up the pants and that kind of thing. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Critic. How are you today?
I cool, brother. Talk to me.
Yeah, I'm calling from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada.
Hey, man, y'all ain't easy, you know. Y'all is call me and ask me, so weird, how am I today? And gunfire shot on the 3 days ago.
Yeah, I watch it all, man.
How am I today? Who you believe I am? I watching with 4 eye. I look if I get 2 more eye at the back of my head right now. Talk to me, brother.
You need some. Well, I really want to chat a little bit about the COVID-19 and the attitude of the Guyanese people towards COVID, right? It's all about, I mean, we could implement all these measures and people don't follow it. We're not going to get nowhere. We gotta stop the transmission in its tracks, and the only way to do it, every person has to cooperate and follow guidelines.
Yeah, brother.
So we have to change the attitude of the Guyanese towards their thinking, and we have to be strict on the measures to be taken.
Well, I think, it is my opinion, I think if we make a special effort as citizens to really conform and work along with these guidelines, it's not going to only help us to overcome the COVID-19, the coronavirus pandemic. It is also going to change our attitudes, our mindsets, and I think it will be of great help to us in the future.
It is, and like you said, we could stop this in 2 months. We could be COVID-free, but we have to follow the guidelines and stop the
No, don't worry, they don't have to. They don't necessarily have to. The police right now locking up everybody. They don't have to. By the time the police done, the whole country get charged. Them man walking in rum shop.
Finding them.
All of them.
Gotta start finding people.
No, the Anna is the. You gotta remember now, you there hollering, but you there bad, and next thing you end up, you got in the rum shop, you end up with a $10,000 bail. They put people on $20,000 bail. You understand? You gotta spend the money, plus when you go to court, you gotta spend more money.
Yes, all facilities, drinking facilities should be closed down. No bars, no nightclubs, no beaches. You know, all these things should be shut down.
All of that right now. All of that right now.
Until we have it under control, and or else we could get bad like Brazil, and we don't want that.
Nah.
You know.
Nah, brother, listen to me. If 1 more week, this thing in getting under control, I will go across the country and highlight it. Yes, I will go to different places, highlight different issues, watch what's going on in the police station, watch what is the proactive methods the police is doing, because it just has to do with educating the people. Yes, but if we make a special effort here, I'm sure, if we make a special effort at this time, and you know, change our mindset to adapt, to follow the rules, and make amends to our aggressive, or we method of pushing back when it comes to authority, I think coming out of this, because after 3 months, wherever your thing becomes a habit, yeah. Even exercise, and it shows, research shows that 75% of the people who have started to do something and continue for 3 months, it becomes a habit and they stick to it. You understand? So you only gotta get somebody 90 days in. And if we do that, I think we're gonna be a better nation. We're gonna come out here better.
And overall, Guyanese are smart people, you know. They could adapt real quick.
Sometimes too smart for their own good. We talk, Chief, don't worry. We talk. Thanks for your input.
All right, you take care.
Yeah, brother. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Critic. I'd like to make a comment concerning what a guy just the last caller. Listen, it's hard for us to say and to determine about the struggle that some of the Guyanese people face. because like many of us who call in your program, many of us live abroad, and we can cope because we get help. You know what I mean? The standard over here different. But how about those people who are struggling to put food on the table? Like, for example, I come from Wales, where the estate have shut. How many of those people are struggling? And then one of the other thing as well that I haven't seen they've addressed is how about the problems in homes that, you know what I mean, a lot of wives are being beat up and all this kind of thing. So when no one's going anywhere, you know what I mean, how about all these problems that are happening in the home? Is there anything to help those people?
Well, there have been things in place all the time. Now, outside of the pandemic, our system has always been a lackadaisical one. If you could be in a society and you look at what Guyana has experienced for the last 5 months, I can tell you that has not been experienced in the last 60 years in politics nowhere in the Caribbean. You understand?
Yes, I do.
So obviously you're dealing with people with a unique mindset. So one has to ask oneself, where are we? How do we want to be seen? And where do we want to be? That's the first thing. Because if you look at people here who live here, you have people who live here, who went abroad and have an understanding, and you notice they speak differently. And then you have people who live here, and you are taking this here, so like, they ain't adding up. But you got some who gone abroad, and they still ship it. You understand? But for the most part, our lacking of experience, our lacking of empathy, you understand, knowledge itself is power. When an individual has an understanding of how he will be affected negatively or positively by something, that is what is their guide of. You understand? If you look at, like, people say, critic, you gotta be careful, you gotta think, and when they see certain things, they're very fearful. Like me, I could sit down with a dead body right down there, and I eating. And one body wants to know, how do you do that? Well, before I became the Guyanese Critic, I could not have done that. But after going on scene daily, and seeing people losing their lives, people foot off, hand off, and this and that, I grow accustomed to it. You ask yourself, do you think the man who works, the mortician, where do you think he eats? Do you think he gets some special? He's sitting right there, dead man there, right there, dead woman there, right there. Somebody cut him to eat. You understand? So, even when people talking about critic, the fear, the reason I know, and I'm so adamant about domestic violence and road accidents, is I am on the road and I feel, you see this thing. But when you're there...
Listen, I've been watching your program from since you've actually, you know, come out, and I've been, you know, I've been there to voice of Guyanese, and you know, I've always supported you to say that, you know, you have been talking about the right things, but you know, even though talking about the right things doesn't mean that they're being fixed. You know, for example, you can say yes that, you know, the government's been doing this, the previous government hasn't done shit, as you can agree, because you've seen the track record prove that they've done nothing, and the previous and the now government, well, they're now transitioning to say that, but you still have to put, you know what I mean, one of your callers actually said that they're living day to day, and you cannot, you know say that, you know those sports and circumstances, because listen, I see a lot of, last year I was in Guyana, and a lot of people said that, oh, they're struggling, but yet you see them sitting down drinking a whole case of Corona, and you think, wait.
So what's the point? What's the point? You're telling me, you're sounding like it's a two-part thing that you want to help the poor people, you feel the poor, you feel the plain poor. What exactly is the point?
No, my point is that how would you go about addressing the issue of where people are struggling, and people, you know is choosing the fine line between those who are struggling.
My brother, one has to prioritize one's issues. Now, if I met a guy, he said he's job hunting. He was working with the EPA. You know what he told me? He said, critic, I got this car to sell, to make adjustments. You understand? He said, things are tight with me. I got mortgage to pay. I rent my place downstairs. I have this car to sell. You have to decide what you want to do. There is no miracle as to the solution of your personal problems. And I'm saying, while you're a number of people saying that they're bad, they're bad for the last 5 years. Some of them possibly they're bad before that. This is not political. This is a matter of fact. You understand?
Yes, I agree.
So,
Yeah.
and after helping them, what the monkey? What the monkey? What the monkey? We got a monkey. We got a monkey. This coming place there.
You need a cage, Critic. Put them on.
No. Me like cage animals. I don't cage nothing. But a feed, you've been and buy banana feed. So once we treat you nice, once you treat things nice, they will always be around. I don't want to cage anything. I don't kill nothing and all them thing, you know. I is a brutal banner, but for instance, I see a snake, I don't go around killing snake, pelting dog, and I ain't a pet person. I ain't gonna pick up no snake, but I ain't gonna kill no snake. Let everything be. You understand? I got some funny principles behind the scenes that Guyanese don't even know. When people close to me say, "Bye, you crazy, you hearing good." Once at time, I walk and I see a snake. Somebody, I'll watch a snake, and the snake snap at me, right? And I just go and take off my shoe, put it on the head, and move you out of the way. I don't make certain joke. And that's one of the things you realize when you go down the road, you got a little by pelting dog. When you come up a certain way, somebody asks, what kind of monkeys them little? Me even knows what kind of monkey. Yeah, when you come up a certain way, your development is guaranteed. If you look at pet people are comfortable people. Yeah. Well, you got some poor people, got some pet, like them just want something to suffer with. You understand? I see some poor people got, man, you go by, man got 9 scrawly dog. You understand? They want something to suffer with them. But people who are you know, who like pets and all them kind of thing, now, you notice that they got a higher success rate. Because they obviously seeing things differently. So back to the topic at hand. Now the situation. Remember, we're discussing this. We're discussing a transition from one government to another. And we are also in a pandemic situation. And I can tell you, worst case scenario, nobody's dying from hunger in this country. And there is a plan for $4.5 billion. This government, the previous administration, didn't spend anything.
I didn't say people are dying. I'm talking about things like, you know what I mean, marital issue that people face in the home, you know what I mean, that and some of the struggles, like I said, because a lot of people are struggling to put food on the table. And for example, if a person have to travel many miles to Georgetown just to put a few hours work in, and they get like some $2,000 a day, or you know what I mean, a little sale by a little.
How do you see us remedying those problems? You identify some problems. How do you see us remedying those problems?
Well, like I said, right, with the estate being shut is one of the biggest problems, because I've come from the West Bank and I've seen how it affects many people. I remember passing through the market, and for example, there was lots of stands. Now you pass through the market, there's hardly anyone there.
No.
And
You're still identifying the problem. I want you to identify a solution to the problem.
Well, I'm not living in the country, so it's hard for me to.
Brother, that is why
but it's something that needs
there
to be
are
worked
things
on.
being rolled out. And that is why we gotta listen, be receptive as to what the government plans to roll out, when they plan to roll out, and how does it affect us. All we gotta do is keep on them. You understand?
I think one of the things that really sparked interest in me is the reopening of the estate. But I did listen to your interview with the Minister of Agriculture, and he did mention that Wills is one of the estates that will have to go through a lot of consideration because of the stuff on the estate being, you know, I mean, victimized with a lot of things moving away from it or taken away.
Only I did the whole up a truck that trying to thief things. Only the other day.
Yeah.
And don't get tied up, you know. This is not a PNC or PPP thing. Guyanese thieving when they get ready. They ain't easy.
I know. The other day someone was telling me about the police traffic light and all this kind of thing that gets stolen, security light that gets stolen from the police station, and I don't know.
Don't worry, buddy. We talk. We're not hoping for the best, but let's keep their feet to the fire with the intention to get in a better Guyana.
Okay, brother. Thank you.
Glad you're cool, man. Like I said, Harman going to Parliament, he have dual citizen. Please highlight. Harman does not have dual citizenship. The man give up his citizenship. And when you get sanctions, it's sanction. Here what I want for know. Here what I want the PNC to tell me. How much of the members that go into parliament have been sanctioned? How you could get people go into parliament that can't even travel out the country? How can you have people go into parliament that can't even travel out the country? Has the sanctions been withdrawn from them? You imagine you having a parliament and having people stand up for have a discussion and they get American sanctions against them. Yeah, who got a list of the people who go into parliament for the PNC? These is criminal elements. Ha, man going to parliament. Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Talk to me, brother.
Good. All right, first thing, let me touch the same panel. People in Guyana has become very complacent. Even though we have systems in place to guide us, we have become complacent. The only thing we can deal with innocent people is to start enforcing law like policemen start doing. We have to get serious about it. Because people are not seeing how serious COVID is. It kills. The only thing that killing people right now is COVID and other things. It's not hungry, as you rightly said. People are not dying from hunger. Right? And if so be the case, let's say in another week, now we cannot control this pandemic because it's escalating. You can see that every day you see the numbers are going up. We have to shut this country.
Well, it's not going up. I must tell you, it's not going up as a result of faster transfers. But the testing has widened. More testing is being done. So there is a slight increase in its transfer because people are still doing the stupidness.
Definitely.
But there's faster finding. That's why the number going up, because of the fact there's more testing. Look, the whole cabinet get test. You know the last cabinet didn't test. All them PNC people in test. How so much of people look Nihan Sabas.
Clearly shows.
Let's
look at the result of the testing. As you said, the testing widens. Fine. But look at the results that is being gathered from the testing that is wide. It shows that it's out there plenty and it continues to spread. The virus just keeps spreading.
Yeah.
That is the point I'm making. Right? The testing widens, yes, but it shows you a good result that COVID is spreading and it's there.
It's there. It's a real thing. But here now, none of them from the past administration tests. Them frightened for tests. They make the thing taboo. This administration go and test. Everybody, president, everybody tested.
Yeah, I know that. I know.
So people, if you know in what the president did, changing mindset, the people in uncomfortable, everybody testing now. I see Roman Rupnarain say he's found positive and he's in isolation. You understand?
Okay.
So right away, people taking steps, everybody testing.
Well, it's a good thing.
All the political leaders have tested.
If we see from the results of the testing that the cases are rising rapidly, we need to shut the country down at least for 2 weeks, completely from the 6 o'clock to 6 o'clock for again, and try to implement other structures that can help us.
Listen to me. Here what I'm telling you. Once the government find the money, I don't think they should even be giving people money, right? Once you got them care packages like the hamper thing, let us set up the army, bring out the army and the police force, and set up a couple thousand hamper. And you're dealing with the most vulnerable places first, so like the ghettos first, right?
Definitely.
And here, lock down the country complete.
Definitely.
You hear what I tell you? For a week, let me do it every 7 days. And now once the country locked down, the only vehicles you've seen on the road is ambulance, police, and the people who are delivering hampers. So remember, you have to be home.
And you could even have hotlines, numbers that if I'm in a situation, I can call out to you.
Roger.
Give me the help.
Roger that. Yes, sir. Lockdown. With this thing going on, I'm telling you, you sit down, I hear I've now been thrown to your belly for a week. Now you know that some people die in houses. We ain't talking about no business or only hospitals and things, and the country locked down. Nobody on the streets, no car driving. You understand? Nothing, no movements whatsoever. You understand? 7 days, you do a 7 days. And in that 7 days, you're delivering now. Remember, you go into people's house, the army, go into people's house and say, well, here, this, the vulnerable areas. And quick, because everybody got phone and thing now, right? So you got the community, the church thing to find out who is the most vulnerable in these areas. Do you know that what is this place name? Codboard's mission, a lot of these Amazonian communities complete lockdown. This country need to lock down. Lockdown. When I say lockdown, now no curfew from 6 o'clock. I mean lock the blood clot down. Nobody put no street. Nobody no way.
As you rightly said earlier, is that people, they got bigger people like the government that are trying to set examples, like they can test so we can change their mindset, but not everybody mindset we can change. You got some people got some mindset hard as rock. I just got to crack it to them. If you don't crack it by using law and enforcing certain systems, we can't.
No, but here was the mix-up. The police is incapable of doing anything anywhere. Like when I go and tell you no crowding, me not come and ask you and lock up nobody. I come with the water tender and wet everybody.
But
when I go and see a crowd of people, wet up the car, all the music, backsack, anything. You understand? When you have a complete lockdown, you telling everybody, yo, the bridge, you can't even cross the bridge. Nobody can go no way. Nobody ain't gonna see mommy, daddy head a hot. You been over so for see some gal. You understand? Lockdown. And everybody stop and we're able to settle and recollect with that.
Whatever action will be taken towards curbing this thing, I support it 100% because
we got supported, brother. Here you gotta remember, you and I do not have the solution plus the resources to fix the problem. So if the government comes up with something, you understand? Me even want to hear the opposition play no game except falling in.
Exactly.
And we can all know if there's something, and wherever it is being implemented, obviously it's being implemented for everybody. So it wouldn't be oppressing anybody.
Definitely.
So let me walk towards the brother.
One more point. I don't want to go into the government's performances just because they're pretty young. But I think, you know, with this COVID-19, they need to act fast and get this money to release the houses, especially the household, and put a faster system in place then because we need to curb it.
Roger that, brother. Point taken.
Good, brother. You have a best day.
Same to you. Now 4.5 billion. 4.5 billion divided by, you see, if you want to do it, like, you gotta give the people the food. Households who they bad, rich people, they gotta survive. And so some of them indeed need to lose weight. 4.5 billion divided by, we had 470,000 voters. There's 70,000, 460,000 people. Let me say 300,000. 300,000. That's $15,000 a person. Now $15,000 for 300,000 households could run you. You got the basics: flour, sugar, rice. You understand? Buy out all them rice and give them people. Buy out all the rice, non-passat, all the rice people. Hold up the exporting, buy out all the rice. Now $4.5 billion will give 300,000 households $15,000 a piece. A $15,000 hamper, them hamper what you share out is $2,500. And it lasts, it got for a little household for last a week. So if you give him people $15,000, you can go around. Lock down the whole country 7 days at a time. Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning, Critic. Listen, I noticed you're talking about care packages and stuff like that. Now, listen, I might be living in a very nice home, right? Back, 3-bedroom, back and front, balcony. But at the same time, I have my rent. My rent is $80,000 a month. You know the job I do. I work by commission. I'm not getting much sales now.
No. So I exclude you. Listen to me. Listen to me.
I'm a single parent.
I understand
right?
that.
Everybody should not. I'm not talking
no,
about care
listen to man. Listen to man.
package.
Oh, Jesus
Give
Christ.
somebody some little money or something.
Listen, man. We're doing some numbers here right now. And we could give $15,000 of 300,000 households. Obviously, you're going to fall into that.
Oh, okay, because you're busy focusing here.
No, but do not, man, listen. You gotta listen. You gotta listen. Here now. Remember, it's not me. We just play with ideas.
Mentality is still in the ghetto body, and you can't take my tax dollars to pull them for help them.
No, but listen to me. Here, you see the size of the ghettos? Art we talk. Oh God. Oh God. Listen to me. When I said the ghetto, I mean people who they real bad. You got people in the ghetto, they're good. Right? But if you go, the ghettos is small communities. Plastic City, Baka, Diamond, you understand? Them real, they're bad area. But them is not, they ain't got 20,000 you could go and find. So it's 300,000 by 15,000. You understand? And I'm saying, instead of, if we lock down the place, give rice, flour, sugar. Right? And get people, well, who bills? It's a week. It's a week of y'all in learning. It's a week. Dead man's pay bill? Y'all still say, y'all dead man voting, PNC say dead man voting, no, y'all dead man a pay bill? If you're dead, you can't pay no bill, wait a bill. You gotta study for live your life, save your life first. The government is going to work on the private sector and the banks and so on to help people out. Hello, good morning.
Hi there, good morning, Critic. Just want to tell you something, man. For a young fella, you got lots of patience. Lots of patience, I tell you. You're doing a wonderful job, but boy, you have patience.
My brother?
Have a wonderful day.
Yeah, cool.
Okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Thanks for the words of support. No, patience. And some people say I got plenty of patience, some people say I ain't got no patience. You gotta got patience. The purpose of this thing is for education and development. Now, y'all come watch me here. You ever see he's selling hair products? I look like he's selling hair products. The purpose of this thing is to make sure you get it. You get it every time. You understand? This is the purpose of the thing. The purpose of the thing is not the rich, smart people, or else I would have got a show jerking off and thing. You understand? I'm sure they got enough people here before seeing Willie. You understand? But this is not the purpose of the program. The purpose of the program is to educate the people. The people understand what's going on. And if you have to educate people, that means these people are hard. You understand? And if these people are hard, you gotta take time with it. So they gotta get drill and pour things inside sense and you understand? So it's not that I don't have no patience. But the job that I'm doing needs, I gotta be receptive. I gotta listen to people. Some people with the bullshit, I just cut them off right away. I ain't got no time with it. Once it's bullshit, it's done. You understand? But in me doing this, I'm hoping you learn something too. And you could develop yourself. Because I want a better country. Tell them yesterday, 3 banner came yesterday. I can't for Mexico. As a critic, we follow you and 3 businessmen moving together. You understand? And I said, I want to tell you something. I said, it's not a black and an Indian thing, you know. Because in develop me, why I believe I want everybody here? When I get an idea nice, the Indian man in catching is what's going on. Why you gonna make sure everybody get? The Indian man in realize, well, listen to me. You either get a cake and bake. Either you like everybody as Guyanese and you want to see development for everybody, or you're a logical thinker. Because when you big 4x4, you driving, a man looking at you and he want to. That's why he gonna kill you and take your thing. That is why when you're going for get, you have to be inclusive and make sure everybody gets a little bit. Because if a man busy with heating in his mouth, right? Ankalyo. They put my program in Ankalyo, yeah. Michael, wam to Burnham. Wam tea. Stop laughing. What's up, wam tea? Oh, you mean for stop thief Wi-Fi? I'm a neighbor. You are Wi-Fi. Hello.
Critic.
Yeah, brother, talk to me.
Yes, listen, man. You're a man of you've got influence, so I would really encourage you to please see what you can do to get Robert Prasad off the stage there, man. He doesn't deserve to have that position.
All right, brother, I hear you. Safe. By Robert Prasad, I got enough friends by. Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning, critics.
Talk to me, brother.
I got something to put in. Concerning this COVID lockdown, right? I think companies should have given out essential worker letter. So that if they be on the road late and the police stop them, they should get a letter showing from the company you're an essential worker.
Well, if you're an essential worker, you're an essential worker, but companies can't give out. We mean companies give out essential worker. If you're an essential worker,
well,
obviously with a hospital or some sort, they will give you letters suggesting same. But companies can't give out. Essential workers have to get some type of documentation to suggest that they do have.
Look, listen, in New York here, right? I work in the airport as a security, right? And our company, they give us a letter when police stop us. We show them we are essential workers.
That is not a major problem here. But I can tell you, essential workers, people who are on the road and these kind of things, and they're essential workers, most of them have some form of documentation to prove such.
Okay, I'm Guyanese, and I know how things, but I don't know if we work the same way.
Well, I'm just telling you it works the same way. Raja, brother, safe.
Yeah, have a...
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Critic. Is anyone made any suggestions of using hydrochlorine as a preventative measure for the COVID?
Are you a medical health professional?
No. I'm just asking.
Well, I don't take suggestions like that. You got to find the hospital we're going in. I wouldn't take, even if anybody come up with a suggestion, I wouldn't take it. Because me now a medical health professional, you understand? I mean, I watch TV transfer information story thing. I ain't a Trump. You understand? You left it to the medical health professionals. Raja, brother.
I was just inquiring.
No, me inquiring. You can't inquire that wrong. Hey, I don't depend on them stupidness there. I can't diagnose anything or recommend anything. You understand? Hello, good morning.
If you presently we're dealing with pandemic and let us stop taking it off you.
Roger that. Safe, roger that. What I could recommend is that this is can't cause you no damage. Yes, and it could only protect if you put it on right. I could recommend you wear your mask. Yes, but when you tell me about hydro, me don't know what. I think it's the hydro. I know we need the hydro project. Right? We need the hydro project. So I know hydro. What he talking about? Has anybody recommended? Is a doctor? Doctors in calling, and you got careful with the doctors in Alta. You ever see a stupid doctor? They got some stupid doctor by. So if COVID lasts for 2 years, should we lock down for that period? It can't last for 2 years. That is an idiot question. It's an idiot statement. If COVID lasts for 2 years. If COVID-19 is transferred by people's movement with touching and all these things, when the place locked down, it will not be transferred. It will be contained to specific areas. You start to those areas, you come. Like here, you know somebody here, COVID-19, you test all them. You look after all them. You isolate them. When the place open back, there is no COVID. You gotta get something to transfer. The virus has to be transferred. The thing is, and people are saying, well, they have countries that were locked down and it was not effective. Nobody. I have an aunt that will bury today in Tempe. There's nobody, no place that had effective lockdowns. I've just been informed, yes. Romel get better quick. He my best friend or nothing, but nobody. All them PNC members and stuff get tested. They never get tested. It's this government come and the president and everybody test and free up the place. Make people feel confident in testing. While the Lawrence, they want to hide. She the house even hide the test. She want to control the test. Yes, sir. Them never get tested. Or if they get tested in secret, that would be just love. Somebody still laughing about the blow dryer story. Critic, you got a lot of patience to deal with some of these people. I hear they're talking about increasing minimum wage to 60,000. I want to know if anybody in the government can maintain a family with amount per month.
Mr. Critic, it's me again. My husband is a guard, right? And where he working, they give him a paper. So when he going in for night, and the police stop it, he could show them the paper and they don't know, well, okay, he's
a security guard. Yes, we got her. We got her. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Critic. Just to add to what your conversation what you had with the shutting down of the place, right? I was wondering if maybe it's systematic lockdown, such as each region, like you lock down region 1 for 1 week, then you lock down region 2 for the following week, where you open up region 1 back, right? The reason is that I don't think we have enough policing and even come together with soldiers to actually facilitate an entire country shutdown, because people are going to still do what they've been doing when you had a lockdown, a temporary, something like a lockdown.
Brother, we never had an effective lockdown.
1 week for 1.
And what the police going to do, transfer to the area?
No, you have the army. You have the army doing the transport.
No, but you understand, when you got a general lockdown and it talk on TV and everything, the police ain't do not much. They just gotta watch out on the roads and see who pass by the road. Not a bike, not a motorbike, not a bicycle. When we say lockdown, we mean lock to blood clot down. The thing is, remember, we're struggling right now. And I am not talking about tomorrow. Right? I am talking about we're doing an assessment of where we are and if the police is capable of getting it right. Because what happening? Because you don't know which business is supposed to open, which business is essential business. Look at the thing we went reading. I gotta go and break that down and put it out there in peace. What for the rum shop, and what for the bar, and what for the worship house. Bring it together, because you're reading and then they go back and tell you paragraph this and guy needs to understand. I looking at it and I is a smart ass and I get confused. Yes, and so right away I calculate here. I gotta go and break that down and put it out in different articles. They're very short, that people understand, oh, it relates to this, and everybody just share. So you got all the different information out there. But when I tell about a lockdown, the reason for a complete lockdown is that when a police patrol driving down the road, they know nobody is supposed to there. They ain't seeing nobody, period. You understand?
Yeah, I get what you're saying there.
So the purpose is not to overload the system.
Critic, this is Guyana. And you know, we're a complete lockdown for 7 days. Guyanese, they're going to be tough.
My brother, that is the problem. That is the problem. We don't listen. We're not paying attention to rules. You understand? That is it.
Yeah, it's a mountain to climb.
Eh?
It's a mountain to climb, even with a pandemic.
We got to do something. We ain't listening. The numbers going up. Well, as a result of more testing. But how do you address this? 7 days and revise it. And I am saying is a worst case scenario. We working what we got. We done got new public health ordinances. So it's up to the 34th. But at the 34th, we got to look at this thing seriously. We might have to go on a 7 days lockdown.
And the thing is, right, as you're implementing more testing, obviously you will get more cases. And people seem not to understand that logic. You know.
We talk, bro, we talk.
Yeah.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Am I on the critic?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I got a relative overseas. He's the person that talks to you concerning some kind of some food stuff for delivery to somebody or something.
I can't remember, ma'am. People talk to me, but done on a daily basis. I used to be doing that on a daily basis. You have somebody send something for me to give somebody?
No, he sent something and he said to give it to you that you can distribute it.
Okay. And where are you located? Huh? Okay, well, I'll give you a call. What's the size of this item? Is it a box or something? So how much of the things in the barrel is to come to me? Half of the barrel? Yeah. Okay, so they didn't send it. They have it here already. They didn't send it specifically for me. Well, I'll give you a call when I'm finished. Roger, man. Because I want to know what she keeping the barrel for. Hello. Oh shucks. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Hi, good morning. Hello? Black. Once you call and waste me time, I worry you getting black.
Hello, Critic?
Yes, Critic returning a missed call.
Yeah, Mr. Critic, thank you. It's Anand Prasad from Enmore.
What's going on, Chief?
Yeah, buddy. I just watch your program regularly. And I know you're the man straight up. What happened in more police station? Come downtown. Me get a liquor restaurant license. I don't sell at all from since before the election. Only take away even the COVID-19. But all the restaurant, the Chinese place, them like supermarket, goods place, and them things, I sell take away. But the police come this morning because through the election, she was spiked over me. Politics. Because I'm a strong PPP man supporting the community by sticking up the flag all over the place, and you know how it goes. You know how them victimization is. I just go. Now we get a lot of differences happening in this village. Maybe Carl already tell you about the illegal business in this village.
No, but what exactly is the point? There are new public health ordinances. The police come and tell you this. What did the police come and tell you this morning?
I mustn't tell at all. So I say, man, here is a lot of illegal place what I do. She said, want me to watch them people this, and me gonna know what me gonna get.
Well,
let me watch them, and me gonna know what me gonna get.
Well, that's a Guyanese attack. That's a Guyanese attack. But what I can tell you, rum shop and bar not to open, period. Not for sell through window, not to sell through none. That is the new public health ordinances. What you have to ensure is that she doing the same what she doing for you to everybody else. You understand?
Yeah.
So whatever she do, whatever law applies to you, applies to everybody else.
Yeah, but they want to say, Skipper. If that happens, so.
Well, I gonna follow up with it, don't worry. I gonna follow up with it. I gonna follow up with it.
Yeah, but I mean for sure we sell takeaway.
My brother, no sales from any service is not considered. Rum shop and bar, no sales. You ain't got whether you're taking away, whether you're keeping it, or there's no sales. I can't tell you there's a sales. I can't tell you there's a leeway. Then I just read the public health ordinances.
Yes.
Only thing could be done there is ensure that she's not victimizing you alone and she do the job for everybody else. You understand? I will follow up with it. Well, I will follow up with it. Guyana has recorded its 26th COVID-19 related death. Latest victim is 42-year-old woman. Wow. Alright guys, I got things to do. I got an 11 o'clock meeting. I'm gonna call this man. I'll find out if he's still on. For 11 o'clock. Wow. And move it back a little. I gotta go. Yeah, my brother, we still on for this morning, right? I hear you. Okay, we gotta move it back a little half an hour. I know we hadn't come in you. I know coming after my program. So, yeah, safe. I hadn't taken it safe. Hello, good morning.
Greetings.
Hi, Miss Goodman, what's going on?
I listened to it this morning, but I still need the number from the minister. I'm doing a free food program, and I'm listening to you with COVID. And I'm doing the situation here in the East Coast is really ridiculous. So I need to get to the minister. So if you
I haven't been able to put the hand on the number, and if I tell you, as they over my head, right now I'm hustling for things for go to a meeting. I haven't met anybody to get her specific number, but I will, as soon as I come off here, I send a message and get your number for you. Roger, Miss Goodwin. Roger that. In 1918, the pandemic lasted for more than 2 years. So I do not know how you could think it's a stupid question. So if they last for 2 years, should we lock down for that period? It's a stupid question. I'm saying it again. It is the dumbest thing I've heard. Obviously, we can't lock down. You can't sustain yourself inside. The lockdown is to alleviate and flatten the curve. If you study the COVID-19 and what is going on, you'd realize you implement measures because it keeps climbing. And what you try to do is you try to get a curb. And once it dips like that, you understand? If you got less pockets of it transferring, you got less transfer and then it starts simmer down. Wait till about 1918. We know it's the pandemic. This thing is going to be around for the next 6 months, a year. COVID-19 going nowhere in a hurry. I can't, and here you gotta remember, I am just coming up, this is the next thing. I just come up with an idea as to how I see it would better serve us, us moving forward. Me can't decide for lock down this country for a week. You gotta remember economic considerations, the medical people, everybody got come together. The army, the police got come together and explain to the government. I am saying from my standpoint, if we lockdown and all, we stop move, is a good thing. But if they might come with the thing I say, bye, most people got asthma, them can't stay too long or they'll trip out. What you could do? You gotta make these decisions based on informed, you know, getting the right information and putting together and talking to the authorities, and they decide. I'm just coming up with an idea. Y'all take care, man. I got things to do. Peace out.